Milestones for coming out of abuse are huge, and we don't talk about it enough. Why? Well, because people don't get it. They don't want to get it. I bet if I posted that I was a year clean from drugs or alcohol, I would have gotten a congratulations or great job or keep up the great work. Am I right? I mean, because leaving an abusive relationship is easy, right? Wrong. Studies have shown that leaving your abuser or a toxic person is harder than coming off a drug like heroin. And there's actual facts that back that up. You see, at the beginning of the relationship, they like to do this thing that people like to call love bombing. They tell you everything you want to hear, do everything you want to see. They build a life with you, all in a very short amount of time. You're living high, and your brain experiences all of the same things as if you were on a high. Feels great, right? What happens next? Gotta come down at some point, right? See, this is where you start to see the abuse: verbal, mental, emotional, sexual, physical, and even financial. During this cycle, the abuser is providing intermittent rewards and punishments. This develops a psychological conditioning where the survivor then becomes stuck, just waiting for that next reward where there's a little break from the suffering. There's a little glimpse of peace before the cycle starts right back up again. Survivors try not to anger their partner and try to do everything that is expected. They remember how loving that person can be, and they do everything they can to try and bring that back. It doesn't even occur to them that they are being manipulated. They'll even make excuses for their abuser. It's like they've broken you into pieces, and they're the only ones that can fix you. It's very similar to Stockholm Syndrome. Survivors create survival strategies. When you finally get the nerve to leave, they start the courtship phase all over again, or the love bombing. The average woman goes back to her abuser 7 times. 7 times. That's ridiculous. Because 7 times she goes back, she's not praised for escaping her abuser. She's condemned for leaving him. 7 times we fail her. 7 times we fail her by asking her to stay silent. She learns that people don't pick sides, and she learns that she's exactly what her abuser's been telling her. She's nothing. She's nothing without him because of how we treat her when she does leave. So she goes back because for just a second, she feels valued again. And for a long time, I stayed quiet. But then I started to learn about my situation. And the more I learned in therapy, I started realizing what was actually happening. You see, I didn't make a bad choice. I chose to love. I chose to show someone that love is real and genuine. What he did was a bad choice. The actions of the abuser are the bad choice. It's that simple. Stop blaming the victim and grow some balls and go after the person that actually did the abuse. Once upon a time, I was that person that never understood how you couldn't just leave. It's not easy, but I'll be damned if my healing is silenced.